What did I say? There was a man who went on their channel yesterday, about 24 hours ago, earlier today. Check it out on the stream with my man Courtside Junkie in Livewire Sports. Who told you how this stuff was going to go? Game 1. We saw an Elijah Robinson-like affair, except it was from a guard. Kelsey Mitchell went onto A'ja Wilson's home court, snatched her chain, snatched game 1. Complete domination by the Indiana Fever, who walked in and were like some junkyard dogs on defense. They walked in, they were not nervous, they were not scared, they didn't wonder if they were supposed to be there. They just put on their hard hats and showed up. This is truly one of the most miraculous things I think I've ever watched. Just this short-handed team walking into people's trap and taking over the trap. At one point, Aliyah Boston had A'ja Wilson shooting 1 for 10 when guarded by AB. Look, the Fever are 2 games away from the WNBA Finals, and it's gonna happen. I don't know who you need to reckon with or to come to terms with or any of those phrases that people can throw around. But this team is a team of destiny. And when I say this team, I mean the Indiana Fever. What a win. What dominance, almost from wire to wire. They jumped on them early. They sustained the runs. They sustained the substitution patterns. Bree Turner, incredible minutes off the bench, finishing in traffic, making it tough for A'ja Wilson. When Boston couldn't get her, Turner was on her. And then Natasha Howard switched off on her a few times. And Kelsey Mitchell, just 34 points today. I believe I saw like some stat that no one had scored those points in a conference finals game in the WNBA since maybe 2008 or something. I don't know what exactly it was, but what a game. They proved they had no answer for her. Jackie Young was supposed to be able to guard her. They might want to try again. Jewel Lloyd an absolute 0, and let me double check that right there. Jewel Lloyd with 3 points on 105 shooting. A'ja Wilson 6 of 22. So many bricks you would think she's working in construction. Chelsea Gray made a few bailout shots, but ultimately ended up 5 for 12 with 13 points and 4 assists. The point god. I didn't see none of that god-like behavior today. Jackie Young led the Aces with 19, but I think the Aces need to completely go back to the drawing board. I'm sure Becky Hammon is going to be crying in the press conference. I'm sure she's going to be crying in the car on the way home, but Stephanie White walked in with the Indiana Fever and had a game plan. And from the very beginning, it just didn't look right. A'ja was 2 of 8 from the floor at one point. Odyssey Sims, just this left-handed maestro of a point guard that gets to, the hangnail, essentially, area on the floor. And she comes out there and is able to, penetrate either to the rim, find, that open pass, or she's like hitting the shot herself and just like kind of like lofting it up there. And nice double-double for Natasha Howard. Aliyah Boston only had 6 points, but it felt like she had way more than that. She had such an impact on this team and on the game. 11 boards and 5 assists for her. She was moving people around, moving furniture, knocking Alyssa Smith all the way out the way, who seemed to be the person they wanted to put on her. She moved A'ja Wilson around a couple times, sometimes with the elbow, but never mind that. I was watching the game with the game volume kind of turned down the whole game, so I got a pure kind of watch of the game. I wasn't influenced really by the commentary or anything, but I heard it was really bad. I heard it was just nothing but nonstop, ball washing of the Aces and everything. But that's the sport that we're currently in right now. That's the landscape before the change happens of the Indiana Fever really taking over. I can't believe that people haven't seen this coming. This is A'ja Wilson and the rest of the team, and those are the Temptations trying to take on this deep, physical, tough, battle-tested squad that has been through it all this year, that has had the spotlight on them. And man, home court, snatched like a chain. Ask Michael Crabtree about it. Tuesday night, they will be there for game 2. That's house money. You don't even have to win that, but imagine if the Indiana Fever are able to win game 2 as well. Then all the pressure falls back on the Aces. All the pressure is on the Aces right now. You didn't drop home court. Now you got to make sure you win in Indiana, where shit goes down. I know who's not going down, though. The Indiana Fever. What an incredible game. What an incredible game. Just a display of heart, teamwork, and hitting big shots at big times, sustaining when the Aces closed that gap in the third quarter. And it looked like, oh, snap, they're about to make their run. And what happens? The Indiana Fever kick the door wide open again with Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull hitting the big 3 in the corner. And, you know, I just struggle to find where the answers are going to be for the Aces. It's not going to be from Nalissa Smith. It's not going to be Kirsten Bell. It just doesn't seem like they have enough scoring. And if Asia Wilson's not going to score 30 points, if she's only going to score 16, these are the nights where the Aces cannot win. And it is over in that case. But before the series, I said Fever in 4. I looked at the ESPN predictions and everything. Everything's for the Aces. WNBA countdown today. Everything's for the Aces. Aces in 4, Aces in 5, all that stuff now. Well, I look forward to them coming on screen or in print, wherever they may show up, getting their back straight and talking about what happened to the MVP on her home floor today. The only thing that was missing from Kelsey Mitchell was stepping over Jackie Young like she was Tyronn Lue. All this really makes me think is, damn, this was a championship team the whole time. Hiding in plain sight. If Caitlin Clark's playing, they walk to the championship. They might sweep the Aces. If Caitlin was in the lineup. And shout out to my man Livewire Sports. He's got something coming that's exploring the possibility of that indeed happening. There may be something with the amount of healthy players and some manipulation of the CBA that allows for something to get activated. He'll go into more detail on that. I would definitely suggest checking that out. But thanks you guys for supporting the channel. We just broke 5,000 subscribers. I would have never thought talking about the Indiana Fever and talking about the WNBA would have led me to connecting with an audience like that. But that is very appreciated on my behalf, and I appreciate your comments and, engaging in good faith on the channel. Trying to keep it relatively, a clean comment section and not lose your minds. I know sometimes the league draws that out of you, but, just for me, covering this team all year and connecting with you guys has been really fulfilling. And we're going to keep doing it. Like I said, after the Connecticut Sun game, I'm riding with this team until the wheels fall off. They won me over then. So why not them? Why not finish off the Aces in 4? Why not go to the WNBA Finals and be waiting for either the Minnesota Lynx or the Wanna Bonner and the Phoenix Mercury? Come on down. Whoever wants it, come get some. So anyway, my name's Rich. Game 1 to the Fever. Beat them down. One for the books. They will write about this in the annals of WNBA history if they want to do the right thing. Kelsey Mitchell, sensational performance. Aliyah Boston, tough paint patrolling. Odyssey Sims, out of this world. And man, it feels so good to be right. So I'll holla at you guys. Peace. It's one lifetime.